Hi, I'm Balraj and on last week's episode, Sarah went into detail about the Windrush generation and who they were. On this week's episode, I'm going to delve deeper about the wider Windrush scandal that affected many of the people involved. In April 2018, it was revealed that the Home Office hadn't kept any of the records proving that the Windrush generation had entered the country legally. This meant that they had no documentation to prove that they were legal citizens, essentially stripping them of their rights to live in the UK.
First of all, I was numb, because when the first thing that hits you, it was, I'm going to lose my job. What's my family going to do without me? I've got my children, I've got my grandchildren, what are they going to do? That's the first thing that hit me. It was a shock.
Because they were essentially stripped of their citizenships overnight, they were refused access to healthcare, housing, and even work in some cases, whilst also being threatened with deportation. And it didn't matter whether they were from the Windrush generation or were in the second generation after.
So I got some more evidence, marriage certificate, medical card, all that kind of thing. Went back 2 weeks later, turned me down again. It's not enough. So I'm like, so what do I need? It's not my job to tell you. That was the reply. So I'm in a position now where I'm stuck in Jamaica for 6 months. Nowhere to live, money running low or out, but I've got to survive for 6 months. Been chased by immigration. So basically, I was a fugitive. I actually turned into a fugitive.
In 2019, the UK government announced the Windrush compensation scheme, and this was designed to offer reparations to anyone that was affected by the Windrush scandal. 15,000 people were thought to be eligible. However, by a report from the Standard, although 1,275 people applied for the compensation scheme, only 60 people received any sort of payout.
You know what? The feeling I had, that I can only compare to the birth of my first child. It was that. That's the only way I can describe it.
Despite numerous attempts of offering reparations or acknowledging the scandal, decades of injustice still continue to exist.
It's horrible, but guess what? Life is what you make it. I was in Jamaica, and there were days when I didn't know where I was going to sleep tonight. I didn't know what I was going to eat. But I saw people, and there were still people worse than me. So basically, I got myself involved in charity. I throw myself into charity because it masked what I was going through. There were people who were going through worse than me. And that's the only way I could, that was the only, because I did have a choice. I could jump off a cliff, I could hang myself. No. I walk around with my glass half full, always. Because no matter how low you are, the only way is up.